Welcome to the Movie Corner, the series where I talk about movies in the corner. Despite this franchise having some pretty terrible entries, Friday the 13th has remained my favorite slasher film series ever since I was a kid. And Jason Voorhees my favorite horror icon of all time. Don't ask me why, I don't know these things. But when I first started getting back into collecting Blu-rays, I knew that one of the series that I had to have the entire collection of was Friday the 13th. Unfortunately, it turns out most of them don't exist, or have been out of print for years and years. In fact, the only ones that I have had up until now are the original and the remake. So then I discovered that a few years ago they actually did release the entire Friday the 13th series on Blu-ray as a box set. And then those were also out of print. And they're kind of hard to find. And if you do find them, they're very expensive. So I kept looking, and I kept checking back on eBay pretty often, and I lucked out. Someone was selling a used and slightly damaged box set for, well, pretty cheap compared to some of the other listings. Now obviously, if money was no issue, I would have gone with the brand new sealed versions, but seeing as how I don't plan on ever selling any of my collection, I figured slightly damaged, not a big deal. So, I bought it. And today, I'm gonna be unboxing this and checking out this new addition to my collection. So, enough talking, let's get to opening. So, like I said, this was listed as used and slightly damaged, which I know would probably be a deal breaker for most people. But judging by the pictures, it didn't seem too bad, just a couple of minor dents and scratches. And again, seeing as how I don't plan on ever selling any of my collection, it doesn't really bother me too much, especially since it meant that I was able to save about $100 from what it would normally cost. So there's no way I was gonna turn down that opportunity. So let's use my friend here and let's cut into this thing. All right, so here we have it. Friday the 13th box set in all its glory. First thing I notice is this slip cover is definitely damaged and torn, but you know what? That's okay. And you know what? Honestly, it doesn't even look like it's torn. It just, the glue came undone. So I could even just glue that back if I wanted to and it would be good as new. But there's the back of the slip cover for you if you want to pause and take a look at all that. It's got all 12 films, all the way from the original Friday the 13th, all the way to Freddy vs. Jason, and even the 2009 remake, which, that's pretty cool. I actually didn't realize that. I thought it just went straight to Freddy vs. Jason. Alright, so now let's take a look at this this metal case here. And you know what? I don't see like anything wrong with it. There's like maybe a little couple scratches here and there, but they're like completely invisible. There's like a very, very tiny dent right there that you can't even see on camera. Let's check out. Okay, so the side, let's see. There you go, you can see that. The side definitely is dented in, but you know what? That is not a problem at all. I am not upset about that. There's the back with the dock at Camp Crystal Lake. Another very tiny dent right up here at the top that, again, you guys can't even see in the camera. So, you know what? I mean, I almost feel bad. The deal that I got on this thing, because of some almost completely invisible damage, I almost feel like I ripped that person off. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, so let's pop this thing open and see what we got inside. All right, so there's some inside artwork. It's pretty cool. And then here, I think, yep, this is the actual book with all of the discs. So let's set this to the side. We'll look at that in a minute because there's a bunch of other goodies in here. This says, "I told the others, they didn't believe me. You're all doomed." I think this is like a band to go around this book. Let's see, because it's too big to be like it's too big to be a bracelet. I saw this in the picture and I wasn't 100% sure what it was for, but now that I look at it, I think that it's probably meant to be a band to go around like this to hold the book closed. I'm not entirely sure why you would do that, but hey, there it is. You can do that if you want. I don't think I'm gonna do that, so we'll just keep this inside the box. Let's see, so we have a couple pairs of 3D glasses that you can use to watch part 3, because obviously the part 3 Blu-ray is not an actual 3D Blu-ray. It's this old school style 3D, so it's cool that it came with some 3D glasses to watch that. And these things have not been opened. This is completely sealed. But these are pretty cool. I might take these out and like display these on the shelf or something in front of the box. Let's see. We also have a Camp Crystal Lake counselor patch, which is pretty cool. I don't think I'll be putting this on anything, but this will be something else that I'll keep inside the box. Iron-on patch, so it has some instructions on how to do that. Very nice. This is another thing that I was pretty excited about in this. It's the complete history of Friday the 13th. And this has a bunch of cool, like, behind-the-scenes snippets and information of all the films. So, that's pretty cool. Excited to check out all this, read through all that. Nice. Alright, so let's get to the main attraction, shall we? The reason why everyone is here. So again, this is the book that has all 12 films. So, that's cool. Nice big 13. I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but that's a very slightly metallic, so it kind of like shines in the light. So, on the first page, of course, the one that started it all, the very original Friday the 13th. There's the disc for that. Next up, we've got Friday the 13th Part 2. And there's that disc. Love that picture right there, it's pretty cool. Very iconic. Next page, Part 3 in 3D. This is the one that I have to use the 3D glasses and check out how that looks. These old school 3D movies, they hurt my eyes. So I definitely won't be able to watch the entire thing, but it'll still be cool to check out anyway. It does include the regular 2D version as well. Next up, Part 4, the final chapter, which of course was not the final chapter. There's the disc for that. Then we got, so these are 2 on one disc. We've got Part 5, A New Beginning, and Part 6, Jason Lives. Both of those on the same disc. Part 5, of course, being known for the one where they tried to continue it without Jason, much like Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Then they realized their mistake and brought him back for the next one. And we got, it's like 2 more on the next disc. Part 7, The New Blood. That's a cool picture. I like that. And then Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, which, as I'm sure most of you know, is a complete lie, because the film does not take place in Manhattan, only about 30 minutes of it does. And then we got the next 2, Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X. You know, not too much to say about those movies. They're, like I said, most of these movies are pretty terrible, and yet I still love them for some reason unknown to me. And we got probably my all-time favorite, Freddy vs. Jason. This is like my guilty pleasure horror movie right here. And I actually already have this movie on DVD in my collection, so it's cool to have it on Blu-ray now. There's that disc. And then the last film in the collection, the 2009 reboot, Friday the 13th, which, you know, I didn't hate this movie. A lot of times the reboots and remakes are like an insult to the original, such as Nightmare on Elm Street. But this one, I didn't hate. I liked the new take on Jason, where he's much more, I don't know how to put it into words. He's a lot more fast, I guess. He doesn't just slowly walk around. He actually like runs after his victims, and some of the kills in this movie are insane. Especially the, if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about, the campfire scene. That one's pretty intense. And then, last but certainly not least, the Killer Bonus Disc DVD, which has a bunch of special features on it. I'm actually not entirely sure what all the special features are, because they're not listed on the slipcover here. So, pretty excited to watch that and kind of be surprised of what's included. After I do that, I'll put some information down in the description of what all it includes, so that if you guys want to try and pick one of these up, you'll know what to expect. And then, last page, nothing. Just some blood splatter. But still, this is super cool. There's the spine of the book there. Man, this is awesome. Tiny bit of damage on the book here. But again, like, not even noticeable. It doesn't affect it at all whatsoever. So yeah, overall, I am super happy with this. If you guys are a fan of Friday the 13th series, I would definitely recommend adding this thing to your collection, because it's super cool. Like I said, they are pretty pricey if you buy brand new sealed versions, but if you keep looking around, you might be able to find a good deal like I did. So there you have it. That is the Friday the 13th Complete Collection Blu-ray box set. Super excited to have this in my collection now. And in fact, much like my Universal Classic Monsters box set, this is definitely getting its own shelf over here on the display. And this is where we're gonna put it. On that shelf right there by itself. I'm still kind of undecided on if I'm gonna put the 3D glasses there or not. I might end up doing something else instead, so let me know what you guys think, if I ought to do that or not. So, as always, thank you guys for watching, and this has been the Movie Corner.